We'll start off with vintage here. Looks like we got a Soul Ring. Bunch of cards I can't see. We got to work on getting all this stuff updated. All right, we got some Douglas fans. Let's go. All right, yeah, and guess who we got here? We got your boy Doug. But he's up against a turn 1 ring from Hayden. Maybe Raker, maybe Jewel. I see a Sensei's top, so it looks like Raker for Hayden. We'll get that updated there. And oh, is this a Raker mirror? Sure looks like it. Oh, the card? Hit him with the turn 1 card? Unbelievable. There's nothing worse than getting Karn in an artifact deck. Yeah, Karn is definitely the mirror breaker in Raker and Jewel. If you can get one of those bad boys out turn 1, it's one of the only ways to kind of win on the draw in these super turbo ones. Ones being matchups. All right, we got Cliff and Kate Jarton rooting for Doug, Minnesota #1. Oh, Doug is a fan favorite here. Wow. Yeah, we got a lot of Doug fans in chat. All right, and the Karn is plussed, which, I mean, it's still going to die to Fantastic card, but I guess it does give you the time to figure out what you want next turn after you get a draw on some more information. Looks like we got 3 floating. Here comes the Raker. And after a quick start from Hayden, he looks to be in trouble. Here come the Eldrazi Scions. Cute little guys. Woo! Another Doug fan. Let's go. How's it going, OG? That okay, that is a Wormcoil engine. I was like main deck, but no, Karn for Wormcoil. This is looking pretty powerful. Hayden's gonna need a bit of a miracle here to find a way out from under this Karn. Great creator, but miserable static effect if you're an enjoyer of the vintage format. Oh, I'm sorry, Bonjour. Thank you. That's the one thing I forgot to update. This is the quarterfinals. There we go. Oh, that doesn't work so well. I'm going to have to move that. There we go. Oh, let's go, Cliff. Showcase Challenge. That's the one that queues you for the invite only 32, right? I always forget. The showcase, the names are so confusing to me. Or is that the one that queued you for the actual mocks? I think the one that queues for the mocks is the showcase qualifier. So good luck in that, Cliff. Third mock spot. Hey, you're due at this point, you know? What could possibly go wrong? Exactly, OG. Same page. All right, we got plus on the Pearl. Karn out here doing some dirty work. Oh, Cliff, you don't have to worry about the cars. Look at this. I mean, these are car decks. They're not even playing cars. They're playing Wormcoil engines. I feel like we've dodged a lot of cars on stream somehow, even though we've had a lot of car decks on stream. It just, who knows? Maybe Wizards of the Coast was right. It's just not all that good, huh? Maybe it doesn't need a restriction. Team Trios 2015 flashback tournament tomorrow? That sounds really fun. Is it like 3 different formats of trios? And it looks like, yep, the turn 1 Karn was able to get it. Yeah. I do believe that both Hayden and Doug have Carr in their deck. It's just for whatever reason on coverage, the decks with cars have not had them in play. They just haven't been drawing them. Legacy, Modern, and Stand. That sounds great. All right, that's one for Doug. Let's check out Legacy in the meantime while they sideboard. Here we've got Matthew versus Donovan. It looks like, oh, Doomsday Sighting. And Alurintel, I would assume, with the Tropical Island? Not sure, but my guess is Alurintel. All right. Donovan with some fans too. Donnie. Not everyone has as many fans as Cliff Boyardee, but you know, Cliff Boyardee is the best chef in town. All right, and as is usual for me, I get the names updated, and here we are going to the next one. Let's check out the Raker Mirror again. That one will probably be pretty quick too. Weird Pile Zan says, I guess I missed the pile because I was doing the names because I'm slow. All right, so here we are back to Hayden versus Doug. The man, the myth, the legend. The Dougster. All right, so I don't really know too much about what you do in this Raker Mirror. It's on the draw, you're kind of in trouble. Maybe got some mind break traps. Not too much else that you can really do. So we will see. However, you know, if you're on the draw and you have a turn 1 Karn, you know, that was good enough for Doug. It'll surely be good enough for Hayden because that card is just not real. Yeah, Puff Son, exactly. Yeah. If you're a Mishra's Workshop enjoyer, like Jay Corey and many others in chat throughout the day. You do not like Karn. And then in Legacy, you know, we're tuning in. You can play 4 Karns and no one even wants them because the only artifacts are like cars. It's crazy out there. Shaking in the boots against the Dougster. And so, is Doug's team all from Minnesota? I feel like that's something that I heard. The Minnesota squad coming all the way out to Land Run. You love to see it. Oh, I did not know you were a Minnesota local as well. Well, Cliff, nice. I feel like the only person I ever knew from Minnesota was Jerry Thompson, and that was 20 some years ago. When I was like a 15-year-old, he literally used to like drive down to all the PTQs at like our area in the Midwest, and like he was the nicest dude, like literally, like genuinely nice guy. So hope he's doing well. You don't really see too much Jerry T around, or maybe it's just I don't because I'm slow and covering vintage and looking at vintage. But all right, we got some mulligans. Let's see what the boys have got here. I see a 1 ring, but all right, we're keeping 7 for Hayden. Doug opens up. That looks like a beautiful Mox Pearl. Wow. Jerry T came back for a team tournament and might even come back tomorrow. Oh, he would absolutely crush a 2015 throat. Like, that is an absolute monster in that format. Doug in the tank. Oh, I didn't even notice the smiley. That's sweet. I don't know. Based on the body language, I think you got to ship it. But, you know, I haven't won a match all day, so I wouldn't trust me. Oh, is he going to 5? Or just debating which card to bottom? No? Okay, we're going to keep 7. All right, 7 on 7. Like an NFL practice. Wait, Cliff Boyardee has a wife on Bogles? I mean, Bogles always wins, right? They're slippery. Bogles are OP. I do not like the hexproof mechanic. So I would have to agree with you, Cliff. Looks like we got second tomb. No. We are going with City of Traders for Hayden. Is this going to be the 1 ring? So everybody says. No, it's a Mystic Forge, which kind of makes sense because if your opponent has a ring and you play a ring, you're kind of just losing that game every time. Whereas Forge is like high variance, but you can actually go over the top of a ring if you run hot with the Forge here. But I do understand the logic, which is like ring is not going to get it done here. The other thing is in the Raker mirror, the ring is really nice to just fog for a turn once they have a bunch of cards because the Raker deck can't actually win through the ring protection, I don't think. But you know, we've got plenty of OP players in here. They might find some lines that I can't. Let's see. It looks like it's back to Doug here, who's spun the wheel on ring and is up to 1 million cards in hand. Well, there's the Tezzeret. Tez Plus. Oh, man. Untapping the ring? Whew. Me and who? Cliff might be from the future because Doug is on a heater here in this round. We've got the Saga. Looks a lot like a colorless land here. It's crazy how the car is maybe sideboard out Urza Saga sometimes because it's just such a slow card in the face of car. All right, well, back to Hayden. You're like, Doug's draws are like all land or something. Look, he's got. Oh wait, no, it is still. Wait, okay, yeah, he put a land. Oh, he discarded the land. The graveyard's over there. I got it. All right. Yeah, that sounds about right to me, Puff Son, because I did not expect that turn to just end like that. All right, let's see if the Forge can get it done. Here comes the top. Top Forge is insane. You know, not quite top Citadel, but not far off. I mean, this Raker deck really, I mean, you can just print mana off the artifacts. Hey, Florida Legacy Club. How you doing, Jason? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Good seeing you earlier. And look forward to seeing you around. Appreciate it. And here you go. Yeah, with the Forge in the top, you just pay 1 mana and draw a card. It's quite just 1 mana, draw a card. 1 mana, draw a card. What is it? Is it a mental misstep? Or is that a mind? Oh, it's probably a mind break trap. Wow, getting rid of the top there is huge for Doug. But wait, there's more. There's more. Hayden has the second top rolled up. Yeah. Oh, talking about tilt art. I loaned my Living Index to Black decks for Modern for trios, and I thought about sticking Black decks with the Squidward Inevitable Betrayal of Secret Lairs, but I figured the $15 wasn't worth the meme. Plus, I didn't want to own them after this. All right, let's see. We got a ring down. Hayden's really doing pretty well here. That Forge is looking good. And with the Forge and the Sensei's Divining top, Hayden is just 1 Fleshraker away from just comboing off and winning the game as well. But Doug has a lot of outs, but can't win the game through the 1 ring protection. So if Hayden's able to find a Fleshraker on the next turn, it could do it unless Doug like grabs a Pithy Needle for like top or something. I don't know if we got any Raker players in the chat that have any better ideas, but yeah, finding Karn wouldn't be bad. That's for sure. Good call, Mana. Is that a Forge of his own? Indeed. Dueling Forges, dueling rings, dueling tapped monoliths? Truly, dueling tops? This is truly a mirror. Second top. Karn, or not Karn plus, Tez plus ring. Draw 1 billion, maybe 2 billion. Play a Soul Ring, play a Raker. So I think that Doug might try to win the game and just see if Hayden remembers the ring protection, because I do think that you need to announce the ring protection at some point before you get hit. Okay, but yeah, it looks like we just saw the tap on the ring, so there will not be any damage because it has been acknowledged. Oh, he's got the Forge. Yeah, that is true. Thank you, Zand. Yeah, see, like I said, I'm not the raker expert by any means. I typically just, these 2/2s are a little tough for me. I just put a Coveted Jewel in play and just figure the rest out from there. And so if you draw your deck, you can put Karn into play. And if you draw your deck and put Karn into play, you've pretty much won. So I guess Doug has pretty much got this locked up, right? Assuming Karn is not the bottom card of his deck or something. I think that the game is kind of just over. Oh, Hayden has a trap in hand? Okay. That's good to know, Almana. Oh, and if Doug has not played a land yet, he can also. Oh, he's got the Lotus, so yeah, he can hard cast a Mindbreak Trap as like backup as well. So yeah, I think this is probably game Doug, but we'll stick around. This is good stuff. We're up to 3 layers. This is like Magic Online now. There's cards everywhere. Permanents flying around. Scions flying around. Portable hole? There's another Flush Raker. So yeah, I think that's the one I think that's infinite mana. Maybe the first one was infinite mana and I just can't figure it out. There's the Karn and that should do it, right? We have blue for the Mindbreak Trap, I think, because we sacked the Lotus at some point. Oh, do we not? Wow, the Karn is gone. That's wild. Because I do think what you want to do there is, yeah, just draw the deck, put Academy or Lotus in play, and have your own Mindbreak Trap as support. I think, unless Hayden has multiple traps, but as is, we've got a ball game. I mean, if that needle is on Divining Top, though, I think that Doug just wins with raw cards anyway. Because I do think Hayden needs to win the game on this turn. And with a needle on top, I don't think that's very possible. Okay, needle is on the ring. Interesting. Hey, Jay Corey, good to see you back. We were talking about Mishra earlier. Okay, no, that's good to know, OG. Oh, Doug does have ring protection. Good call. He has cast a ring. Yep. Oh, Doug has infinite turns. Oh, he's got a time vault in play too. Yeah, okay. Well, this is a weird game for sure. Like, I mean, you build this giant board and then you pass, and then Hayden can maybe build a giant board back if lucky. Oh, Castle Doom is fun. I don't think that's a CRK card though. I first saw the Castle Doom at it was called The Land, and it was the Team Serious event. It was streamed, and it was the first car event I think that we saw. Because Wait, Castle Doom does leaf? Doesn't it make 3/3s? I thought the Castle Doom made 3/3s. Oh, and we can just keep making them. Okay. Oh, Doom is a sorcery, Zan says. Okay. I'm going to get to the bottom of what this card exactly says. All right, it does look like only as a sorcerer. A Doombot. That's a good token name. You know, some call Discover and the Doombot. You don't want to run into them. Oh yeah, this is one of the more interesting games I think I've seen on coverage today. This is a wild one. This is why you play Vintage. And yeah, it would appear that that needle is definitely on the One Ring. Whew, what a board. This is one I would prefer to play on Magic Online. These triggers are getting out of control. Just piles of cards upon piles of cards. All right, we're going to forge away a land. I assume it's a land at least. Or is that a fantastic car there? I think that's a fantastic car we didn't want. All right, get the tops going. Yeah, this is quite the game here. Draw some more cards. Both decks have got to be getting pretty small at this point. And we're going to draw again. Yep, one more. And we got a shop. Another one. Take another couple draws. Whew, I'm yawning. Draws another card. And I think Hayden has called it. This looks like the Dougster. The fan favorite for sure. Nice work, Douglas, indeed. Let's see how the other ones are going. Let's check in on Legacy here. Going to boarding. And how's Modern going? Oh, here we go. That's some good stuff going on in Modern. Let's check in on this. We haven't really watched any Modern today. All right, they want P. Oh wait, is it over? It looks like is Pio just won it? Because if Pio is taking it down, that means Team Doug is onto the semis. Go Doug, go Doug. Jace OP. Oh my gosh. Whew. You don't see a Jace the Mind Sculptor all that much. But yeah, that'll do it. I guess we can swing on over to Legacy, see if anything's happening. You know, we'll watch it until they find out the game's over and pack it up, which might be right now. Yeah, truly for the Legacy Club. Jace in, yeah, 2026. Thank you, CRK. Yeah, we noticed that after we looked at the card and figured out what it actually did. Well, we don't need these Dougs up. And I'll be right back. I'm going to go check and see because it looked like it was 2-0, but maybe they're just playing for fun. Did what win? Yes, CRK. Douglas did win. In my opinion, I think that he had an easier line where you could have just drawn Karn with top, put a second Fleshraker in play, made infinite mana draw in your deck, which I learned from chat you could do. But once you do that, you can hardcast Mindbreak traps of your own to counter the trap if they have trap for your Karn. So I think that Hayden got a couple extra draws, but at the same time, Doug was so far ahead that I don't think it really mattered. But I think that's a cleaner line that I would have tried for. How did you do in the challenge, CRK? I mean, knowing you probably want to know on Raker. All right, and yeah, it looks like that is it. Team Minnesota on to the quarters. Whew. That was a wild match. Whew. So the top 8 is 75, 90 minute. I think it's 90-minute rounds, but I doubt it'll go that long. But we only have coverage for one of each of them because they're playing at different tables, obviously. So yeah, I think that we will be back in a bit. I will try to keep you all posted. Thanks for sticking around, and we will see you for the semifinals in a little bit. Peace.